Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isubk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one west. They're one west. They're one west. They're
yeah, Babylon is falling to rise no more. Babylon is falling to rise no more. Falling to rise no more. To rise no more. I'm taking a look in the streets. It's really every day what I see. We constantly searching for peace. My people just wanna be free. We tired of the cell blocks and the bullshit. That lying nigga in the pulpit. Same shit, but a different day. I speak truth, they ain't come to play. You in the way, better move, nigga. That all in the way gon' be cool, nigga. Say you're gonna get that tool, nigga. Matter of fact, get you by two, nigga. You see the sign that's in front of you? That's in the rough from up under you. Shit is gonna fall, yeah, I promise you. Make up your mind what you gonna do. You heard it? Now listen. Your life, my business. You are my brother. We need each other. This truth, I live it. I will defend it. You are my brother. You are my brother. Yeah. Babylon is falling to rise no more. Babylon is falling to rise no more. Falling to rise no more. Falling to rise no more. Hey, my brother. Get your hands up, it's a war now. Take a good look at this world. It's time to go hard, don't be scared now. I know you're feeling the stress. Look on your face here, and I need some help. But we made it happen with less. You and my blood, I feel what you felt. Destruction on every corner. Every day I feel like a loner. Keeping the faith, that is my armor. This is a test, but nothing can harm you. Don't be scared of truth when you hear it. Don't compromise your spirit. Don't be trying to live like these white folks. Don't be trying to chill with these white folks. Brotherhood is a weapon, and that's the shit that I stand for. If you keep the law and live it, now you a nigga I'll stand for. Got no time for that fake shit. That's the shit I can't stand, bro. Still believe in that flag. So what the hell do you stand for? Yeah. Babylon is falling to rise no more. Babylon is falling.
It's a lot of sir. You want us to stay right here? You want us to slap?
That's up to y'all. That's up to y'all.
Movie the height. So,
hey, Shalom. This is the Wednesday night biblical law class. Let's give it up. Understand? We're at ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, coming straight out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We are under command in General Yohana. If it's not under command in General Yohana, it is not the truth. You understand? And we've been bringing this out since 1969. The Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are the true biblical Jews of the Bible, and our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You understand? And yeah, this is the biblical law class, you understand? We're going to get into it tonight. You understand? I know you can read the topic we're going to get into tonight. You understand? Like, who is the enemy of the Lord? You understand? Who is the enemy of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans? You understand? Like, question is it another nation? Or is it the donkey or the elephant? You understand? Anybody that's been following politics, you already know what that is. You understand? The donkey is representative of the Democratic Party. The elephant is, or the GOP. That's another term for the Republican Party. The elephant or the GOP. It's like, yeah. It's like, let me take this name. Yeah, so you got the another term for the Republican Party, which is represented by the elephant, is the GOP. Right. You understand? Grand old party. You understand? And the reason for this being is you got so many of our people, so many Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American that's getting wrapped up into what party you're a part of. You see what I'm saying? We argue what party we in, as if one party is for us and the other one is not. Right. You understand? Not realizing that both parties are two sides of the same coin. Right. You see what I'm saying? And that's what we're gonna get into. Because I'm gonna tell you, you be on the if you on the slavery, at first they used to try to keep politics separate, in the workplace. You see what I'm saying? But as the climate changes, you're hearing it more and more. Right. You're getting it more and more where politics are being discussed daily on the slavery. Right. And you got brothers that's going at each other. You got Blacks, Hispanics, and Natives going against each other because we're not looking at each other as a family. We looking at each other according to what party we belong to, as if that determines the moral compass of our people. Right. You see what I'm saying? So you got brothers that's sitting there and they will defend the Republican Party like it ain't nobody's business. And then you got brothers that's gonna sit there and defend the Democratic Party like it's nobody's business. And a lot of times what you hear is the same talking points that you hear on talk radio. For anybody that listens to talk radio or heard talk radio, it's like the propaganda of it all is they have talking points. You see what I'm saying? They have talking points, and when they begin to talk about certain topics and certain situations, these brothers on these slaveries, they talk the same exact way. You see what I'm saying? Like everything is going to go back to Democratic or Republican. For instance, like I overheard a conversation, recently, and you got a brother saying Baltimore is destroyed, not because we're not keeping law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, right? But because the Democratic Party has been in charge for so many years, right? So Baltimore is destroyed because the Democratic Party has been in office in Baltimore, and that's what our mindset is starting to become. We starting to look at it from a party standpoint, a political party standpoint, as opposed to us looking at it from the standpoint of we not serving the Most High power. You understand? So we're going to get into who is our true enemy. You understand? What's the fate of our enemy and why they get there? Because here's another rat. Once we understand who the enemy is, according to the Bible, not according to our opinion. Once we understand who the enemy is according to the Bible, now we're going to understand what's going to happen to them, what's going to befall them according to the Bible. And we get a lot of questions as if to say, what makes y'all different from the KKK? That's one of the biggest questions we get asked. Right. As if we out here hanging people from crosses and trees. You see what I'm saying? Right. We're gonna understand why our enemy has to face the punishment that they have to face. You see what I'm saying? So we're gonna get into the scripture. We're gonna start off first. We gotta identify who the enemy is according to these scriptures, man. Let me get Deuteronomy 28:68 going for sure. Come. And if you're online, following and checking in, You got any questions? You got any questions or comments? Go and put them in the chat. If I can get to them, I will. If not, we'll try to save the questions for next week. Let me know when y'all get it.
I got
you. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
It's saying the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. You understand? Like if you're looking at what's going on right now, Egypt is synonymous for bondage. It's synonymous for bondage, and you can find that at Exodus 22. Let's go. Let's hold that place right there. Let's go over to Exodus 20 and 2 real quick.
Come on. Exodus chapter 20, verse 2.
12. 12. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which hath brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. That's why when we say, now go back to Deuteronomy 28:68.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
The Lord saying, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again. We were going to be brought into bondage again with ships. That's what the scripture say. It said we're going to be brought into Egypt again with ships, into bondage with ships. If you know anything about history, people always say, slavery was happening all the time. Rival nations and stuff like that, or rival tribes, they would kind of get each other and enslave each other. Here's the key right here. None of them were on ships.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? The Most High said, I'm going to bring thee into bondage again by way of ships. You understand? So this is the transatlantic slave trade that's being discussed here. You got something?
Slightly, sir. It's crazy when we talk about the ships and how we would justify, one of the ways we justify, like, no other nation can go on ships. They'll come up with any way to destroy the Bible. Now they saying that the slave trade never even happened. Where's the slave ship?
God. And what you're saying is heavy, and not only that, they call it the Great Migration.
Right.
Like as if we migrated to this place. You saying, what's up, Shalom? How you feeling? They act like we migrated, like we had a choice in coming here. You see what I'm saying? The Lord said, I'm going to bring thee into Egypt again by way of ships. Go ahead.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
They say, by the way of I speak this unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. So you got to remember, we were chased out of our homeland in 70 AD.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? We went to the shores of what we consider West Africa right now, but it wasn't considered that back then. But that's where we fled into, and we blended in with those people because of the skin complexion, not because of the culture, but the skin complexion. And if you go to ancient maps, you'll see where it's a land of Judah,
right,
on the west shore of what we consider Africa right now. You understand? Read that again.
From the top, just from by the way.
Just from that Lord, yeah, by the way.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
The Lord saying, well, I'm telling you this, you ain't gonna see this no more again. Meaning like you ain't gonna own this land no more.
Right.
That's not saying you can't get on a plane. You better not get on a plane right now, you feel me, and go over to no Israel. You see what I'm saying? Trying to visit Jerusalem. You understand? But the Lord is saying, you're not gonna own this land again. When I'm speaking to you, telling you this, you're not gonna own this. You understand? So that goes to show you that the people that's there right now that actually own it are not the people that the Most High was talking to.
Right.
You understand? Keep going.
Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
They say you should be sold unto your friends,
enemies,
to your buddies,
enemies,
to your equals.
Enemies.
The Lord said we are going to be sold unto our enemies, man. That's them auctioning blocks that we was once on.
Right.
You see that we still on. You go to a football combine. I just heard the brothers, they was talking about the football combine when you got to go under a stage type thing.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You got to take your clothes off. They getting measurements of everything.
Right.
Oh, he got big hands. He got big muscles. He got a strong back. That's the same thing that they were saying when we were on them auction blocks. You understand? When we got off, when we came across from the transatlantic slave trade.
Right.
It's the same exact thing, and it's still happening to this day. Go ahead.
For bondmen and bondwomen.
We're going to be sold for bondmen and bondwomen. What is a bondman and a bondwoman? Go ahead.
Slave.
It's a slave.
Right.
That is a slave, and that's what we were sold. We were sold to our enemies to be slaves. That's what we got to understand. So if you have any inkling of history, you understand, like these scriptures are going to be so important because they're teaching our youth right now that the transatlantic slave trade didn't even happen.
Right.
They calling it the Great Migration. So 20 years from now, if we don't teach our kids about the transatlantic slave trade and what happened to our people, our kids will think that we actually got on a boat, on a cruise ship, you know what I mean, had a party, had a casino on the boat, and we came over here,
Right.
you understand, to be equals with somebody. No, we were brought here to be slaves
Right.
to our enemies. You understand? Good.
That's the point you're bringing out. And this is why Christianity is so dangerous. I was taught that we had to go through slavery in order to learn the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Learn the doctrine of Christianity, because before that, we was a lost people. And then, you know what I mean, when we went through slavery, we got Christianity out of it. So that's why slavery did benefit us.
God. And that's so disgusting.
Right.
That's so disgusting, and it's so detrimental to our people to feel like we are so much of a savage. This is what we're being taught.
Right.
Our youth is being taught this out. That we're so much of a savage that we didn't have no culture before we came into slavery. Getting our backs beat, you understand? Our mothers and fathers being essayed.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Unalive, our children being fed to alligators. That was supposed to be a blessing to us according to the Christian church.
Right. Right.
Because it introduced us into Jesus Christ. Caesar bullshit.
Right.
That's supposed to be a blessing to us. This is why it's so disgusting. You hear me?
Right.
And this is why this is why the Lord has labeled them our enemies.
Right.
We got sold into that's something an enemy would do.
Right.
An enemy would take you, enslave you, and make it feel like it's your benefit that I'm doing this. I'm doing this for your good, not mine.
Right.
I already know who Jesus is.
Right.
But you've got to come out of that. You're barbaric. You're savage. If I don't give you this culture, you see what I'm saying, you're going to eat yourself. You understand? Like, that's the mindset that they put in Christianity. That's what they give us. You understand? But this is why the Lord is identifying who our enemy is. You understand? The so-called white man is the enemy. Is it because we said it? No. The Lord is telling us who our enemy is right here. Go ahead, Mathan, you have something?
It was heavy that you brought it out because you know it's the same thing they did to Native Americans too.
Come.
Yeah.
And listen, when we say black, we're not just talking about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We're talking about the 12 tribes.
Right.
All of us been through this. You see what I'm saying? All of us went through the same thing.
Right.
You know, they used to, it's movies out and how they used to tell the Native Americans that they got to assimilate into the culture.
Right.
They got to get rid of their native names, and they got to choose, you know, from our oppressors, you know, first and last names.
Right.
You understand? That's never been our culture. It's never been our culture to have a first and last name.
Right.
Like, my name is Matasa Bob Ma. You understand?
Right.
That's one name.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's not a first name and last name. That's one name.
Right.
Because it means something.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's the oppressors' culture for us to have first and last names and stuff. And that's what they beat into us.
Yeah.
You understand? That's why we say this is, you know, we got government on that. We got government names.
Right.
Or slave names. You understand? But this is also why the Lord renames you when you come into his truth, man.
Right.
According to your spirit.
Right.
You understand? Any more on that?
Come.
Good.
And no man shall buy you.
They saying no man shall buy you. What does that mean? What does that mean? Because it said, you know, we were sold into slavery, and it said no man shall buy you. So what does that mean? Go ahead, Andrew.
What it means, and no man take me out of the condition that we're in. We can't be redeemed.
God, that's it. That's the word I was looking for. That's the damn right. Give it up for him. Yeah, when they say no man shall buy you, no man shall redeem you. You see what I'm saying? That goes again to them devils that's over in our land.
Right.
That proves even more that they're not the people that's supposed to be there. You see what I'm saying? Because when they say no man shall redeem you, no man shall buy you. There is nobody that can save blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans outside of the Most High himself.
Right.
You understand? America cannot save us. You understand? Russia can't save us. Germany can't save us. China can't save us. You understand? Like, none of these nations can save us, man.
Right.
But the Americans, they have saved the Israelis, didn't they?
Yeah.
Not only did they give them land, they give them to the tune of what? $5 to $10 billion a year?
A little more than that.
More than that?
Yeah, way more than that.
How much?
They give them 350 bills. And then not to mention
A year?
every year. And that's on top of.
Hold on. You said $350 billion a year. Yeah, good night.
Look, that's what that country is being supported off of. That's why they said the more war that they fall into, the more the economy is falling apart because people leave it now.
Listen, that's being redeemed.
Yeah. Right.
When you are getting an annual increase stipend of $300+ billion a year, that's what you call being redeemed.
Right.
There's no nation on the face of the earth that can redeem blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. There's no one that's going to pay the bill, foot the bill for us. The Most High has reserved that for himself, you understand?
Right.
So this scripture is showing who our enemy is, man. It's showing you who the enemy is, not according to feelings.
Right.
This ain't according to how we feel. This ain't according to, our personal beliefs. This is going according to these scriptures, man. The so-called white man, we were sold to him. And the scriptures say we're going to be sold into our enemies. So make no mistake about it. The so-called white man is an enemy,
Right.
to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans out.
Right.
And it don't matter if they're Democrat. It don't matter if they're Republican.
Right.
It don't matter if they're independent. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The Lord don't give a damn about their political affiliation. You understand? They are who they are.
Right.
And the Most High has told us this is your enemy. So when we sit there and we argue about you being a Republican and you being a Democrat, just realize it means absolutely nothing what party you're affiliated with.
Right.
The so-called white man as a nation is our enemy, not just a party. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
All right, so you bring on, I don't want to do the precept that you might bring out, Ecclesiastic and 12%.
We're gonna get that. Sure. Yeah, so this is what we got to realize. You understand? Like the enemy that we've been shown, we don't want to believe it.
Right.
We don't want to believe it because we still feel like we come over here to be equals. We feel like we come over here to be, good citizens.
Right.
We came over here to serve out a punishment.
Right.
This is not our resting place. You understand?
Right.
Like the yoke is heavy upon our neck, right? In this society, man. That's because we were never meant to be free here. We were never meant to be redeemed here. You see what I'm saying? Drop that. Let me get Lamentations 1 and 5 up for sure.
Yeah. We know when everybody got Lamentations chapter 1 verse 5.
That's what. And they get it. That's what.
Yeah. Lamentations chapter 1 verse 5. Her adversaries are the chief. Her enemies prosper.
And say her adversaries are the chief. Her meaning like when the Lord is when you hear that her, this is talking about Israel. You understand? And this is talking about the nation of Israel. Our adversaries are the chief, meaning like these are our adversaries, the people that's in opposition or our ops. This with the young, they understand that. Our ops ain't they ain't the lowest on the totem pole. You see what I'm saying? Like they ain't the lower homies over here.
Right.
Our ops are the chief, meaning the head, the top, the final boss. You see what I'm saying? That's who our adversaries are. Keep going.
For the Lord hath afflicted her for the multitude of her transgressions.
They say the Lord has afflicted us for the multitude of our transgressions. Yeah, we got punished because of the things that we were doing, because of the sins we were committing. You feel me? That is true. You understand? Keep going.
Her children are gone into captivity before the enemy.
They say her children are gone into captivity before the enemy. You understand? It's talking about Israel. It's talking about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We have gone into captivity before the enemies, man.
Right.
Like if you look at blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans across the entire earth, we are being ruled and conquered by another nation. Make no mistakes about it. You see what I'm saying? You think Mexico is just like it has its own country.
Right.
Mexico is being ran and ruled by another nation.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Them cartels don't just become cartels overnight.
Right.
Them cartels are being set up. They're being funded. You see what I'm saying? And they're being placed in those countries, such as far as Mexico or pretty much South America. You see what I'm saying? Like we don't realize, like even here in America, if you look at blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans here, a lot of the stuff when we were segregated and not integrated, segregated meaning this, we got and we're gonna break it down because we got a young soldier in the class too. When we were segregated, meaning when blacks and whites were not together, we didn't have these kind of problems in our communities, man.
Right.
We didn't have the guns, the shootings, and stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, we had altercations maybe, but it didn't end where as though you reporting on 350 murders a year.
Right.
That never happened until we introduced this oppressor into our homes. You understand?
Right.
And we begin to integrate with them. We integrated thinking that we can change how they view us. But what happens is when we integrate and we start to become who they are. We don't change them, they change us.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And this is what you're seeing when they say, her adversaries are the chief. You understand? Her adversaries are the chief. And they say her children are gone out before the enemy. This is what it means. What it means, man. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we are being conquered by every other nation on the face of this earth. You understand? And the Lord has called them our enemy.
Right.
Specifically, the chief. You know what I'm saying? The so-called white man is ruling the earth.
Right.
And he's our chief adversary. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 6. And from the daughters of Zion, all her beauty is departed.
And from the daughter of Zion, all her beauty is departed. Like, you look at blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, like the beautiful people that we were, because we kept laws, statutes, and commandments. You understand? It has departed from us. The moral compass that we have has departed from us.
Right.
You understand? We're no longer beautiful in the sight of the Lord because we don't do we don't do the things He told us to do. You understand? And plus, we're being conquered by another nation, and we're taking on their customs and their culture and their practices. You understand? Keep going.
Her princes are become like harts that find no pasture.
Anybody know what that means? It say her princes are become like harts that find no pasture. Anyone young men want to take a stab at it? Good enough.
It's like, is it basically saying our men have become like hearts? I think that's like a sheep or something, like a weak animal. Basically,
Not sheep, but
it's like a weak animal or something like that, and like basically, you don't have nowhere to rest.
no,
Like a lamb.
it's like a deer.
Okay.
Like a deer. So you ever see a deer and how a deer, like, you ever see where they ain't got nowhere to go, so it's like they just running crazy. They running into traffic, they running across the highways.
Right.
It's danger coming, they don't even see it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like you can tell they could do something crazy. You see what I'm saying? You riding on the highway, they all just looking, they just cross at the same time. They don't even notice the danger that's around them. The Lord said, this is how the young men are.
Right.
You understand? They say they become her princes all become like hearts that find no pasture. We don't got nowhere that we can settle.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Keep going.
And they are gone without strength before the pursuer.
And they are gone without strength for the pursuer. You understand? So if you can liken this to, you got the so-called white man, he loves hunting. You understand? You get a group of deer and they ain't got nowhere to be, they all discombobulated. He can just sit in his tree. He's sitting in his tree and he gonna pick them apart. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? This is what we become. We become them deers that don't have nowhere to go, that's running reckless.
Right.
That's doing everything under the sun, not knowing that our pursuer is sitting back and he's hunting us, man.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like, this is the Lord breaking down who our enemy is, man. That has nothing to do with your political affiliation.
Right.
This has everything to do with another nation of people that has set out to destroy us, because we were never supposed to be equal with them in the first place. We were supposed to come here, serve out a punishment, but we were never supposed to be equal. We were never supposed to be brothers. We were never supposed to be friends with this nation of people. You understand? Drop there. Let me get Psalms 83. We start in verse 2.
We're gonna let you know he's ready.
What's that?
Ready for this?
Yeah. It's like technical difficulties, but we're going to get back into the scripture. We're going to get into, we're going to start in Psalms chapter 83, verse 2.
Psalms 83, verse 2. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult.
It say, thy enemies make a tumult. What's a tumult? It say, thy enemies make a tumult. Good.
They make a loud noise.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's a loud noise, or it could be summed up. You could say they create confusion,
Emotion.
You understand? Emotion or disorder. You see what I'm saying? Like, enemies make a tumult. Go ahead.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
It say, they that hate thee have lifted up the head. You understand? The so-called white man has lifted up the head of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You understand? they've unalived us to the tune of millions.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And still do it to this day. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
And it say they have taken crafty counsel against our people. And this is what a lot of people don't understand. When the Bible say that they have taken crafty counsel against our people, we read that and kind of glance over that. Hey, so like read that from the top up.
Psalm 83, start at verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
It say they have taken crafty counsel against our people. A lot of times we look over that and we don't understand the magnitude of what that means. You understand? When it say they have taken crafty counsel against thy people, we have to realize that when they say they've taken crafty counsel, that means that they've all come to the table.
Right.
These other nations and these so-called black leaders, they've come to the table, man, and they've sat there and they've plotted on what's going to happen next in our communities.
Right.
You understand? When you look at gentrification, when you look at something like gentrification, people to the naked eye, that looks like a good thing. You know, the neighborhood is getting fixed up. You're getting more stores, more businesses and stuff like that. You feel me? But what we don't realize is the money that they've been given to create these things, and that money was given into to our communities, Black, Hispanic, Native American communities. We could have built our own communities up.
Right.
You understand? But what happens is that crafty counsel is when the neighborhood is poor and it's in the projects, it's in the burials, it's in the reservation. You understand? We got to realize that they give us devices in the community.
Right.
You understand? That's when you get the drugs, the prostitution, all of these things. It drives the property value down in that community, in that neighborhood. And while the property value is very low, these devils that sit there and consulted together with one consent, now they go and buy that property. They buy them houses for pennies on the dollar. And then here comes gentrification. You understand? Gentrification means that the Black, Hispanic, and Native American, you're going to get up out of there. Now we're going to put money into it and rebuild it. You know, a block that you used to grow up there, the block that you grew up on, you understand? Or the projects that you grew up on, you probably don't see them no more.
Right.
They'd probably knocked them down. And they'd probably got, nice townhomes sitting there. You go through the hood you used to grow up in, that you grew up in, and it ain't like that no more.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? We see it in Baltimore all the time. You got places where as though, when I tell you Section 8 projects, you got houses going right now, row homes for $400,000.
Right.
Rent $1,800 a month. You understand? This is the crafty counsel. This is what the scriptures is telling you. Keep on. So you can start from the top.
Psalm 83, verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones.
And they have consulted against thy hidden ones. Who are the hidden ones? Good,
It's the Israelites.
Damn right.
That's right.
We're the hidden ones. We're the only ones who don't know who we are.
Right.
These other nations, they know who they are. They know their history. They know their lineage. You see what I'm saying? We're the hidden ones because our identity has been taken from us. We still looking at each other like we black.
Right.
We black, or African American, or, we're Mexican, we're Puerto Rican, we're everything except for the children of Israel.
Right.
You understand? We are the hidden ones. Keep going up.
Psalm 83, verse 5.
Verse 4.
Excuse me. Psalm 83, verse 4. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Here it is. They said, come and let us cut them off. This is what they talk about in these meetings. We don't want them knowing who they are.
Right.
Let them continue to be who they've been.
Right.
Let them continue to live in ignorance. You see what I'm saying? Let us cut them off from being a nation. That's why when it comes to black people, we the only ones who can't love each other.
Right.
Every other nation can be one. Like you got a Chinatown in every major city across America. You have a Chinatown. The Arabs, they come and they are one. They are one community. You understand? And no one bothers them. The East Indians are one community, one nation of people, and it's okay when they're by themselves. You understand? They say that the name of Israel be no more remembered. You understand? Cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel be no more remembered. Here's the thing. In this society, in this culture, right? You can be born a man. You can be born a man and feel like a woman, and you can call yourself a woman.
All right.
You could be born a woman and feel like a man, and they want you to use pronouns to identify you as a man. You understand? You could be anything on the face of this earth. But for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, when we say that we're Israel, all of a sudden we anti-Semitic.
Right.
You understand? You could be anything on the face of this earth, but who you truly are. This is why we're the hidden ones. This is the crafty counsel that they put out there.
Right.
But like when we say that we're Israelites, it offends people tremendously. But a woman can say that she's a man can say he's a woman. And this is so understandable in this society. We can be anything except for who we truly are. Keep going up.
Psalms 83, verse 5. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee.
It say for they have consulted together with one consent, meaning like all of them agreed to these terms.
Right.
And these weak ass black leaders agreed to them too, man.
Right. Right.
They say for they have consulted together with one consent, and they are confederate against thee. Meaning like everything that they discussed in these meetings, everything that's going on, all the propaganda, every vice that they trying to put into the community, everybody signed off on it.
Right.
It ain't a majority vote. Everybody is confederate with this. You understand? Good.
That's right. So you bring out heavy, right? Right now we in America, the Democrats and the Republicans, they beefing. They can't even come to an agreement on whatever they beefing on. But it's crazy that when it comes to destroying blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people, that's when they can come together.
Yeah. And that's what the scriptures is telling us.
Right.
When it comes to destroying us, they can be confederate.
Right.
They can be one in it. You understand? They can be one in that. That's a fight that they all can take up.
Right.
They can put their differences aside when it comes to destroying us. Keep going.
Psalms 83, verse 6. The tabernacles of Edom.
They say the tabernacles of Edom, the house of Edom, who is the progenitor of the so-called white race. You understand? This is not saying the Democratic Edoms, the Democratic Edomites or the Republican Edomites. This is not making no differentiate. It's not differentiating between what Edom is worse or what Edom is destroying us. You understand?
Right.
They say the tabernacles of Edom. You understand? This is the house of the so-called white man that's doing this. The entire house. The Democrats, the Republicans, the independents. You see what I'm saying? All of them are doing this to us. You understand? It don't matter if you're a Democrat. It don't matter if they're a Republican. They are Edom or Esau. Keep going.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites. You understand? The Ishmaelites, meaning them Arabs, they confederate too.
All right.
You know, when it benefits them, they want to act like they our brothers. You understand? They want to act like they so cool with us. You know, they give us oils to sell for them.
All right.
You understand? We praying to their God. But they're confederate. They're in these meetings as well. Keep going.
Of Moab and Hagarenes.
Yeah, and these are these African nations, Hagarenes, Gabal. These are the African nations, the African nations right here. Keep going.
Verse 7. Gabal and Ammon and Amalek.
They say Gabal and Ammon. Ammon is the who? The Japanese. You understand? They're confederate against us. They gangsters, man. They gangsters. They're like, don't get it twisted. Them laundromats ain't nothing but fronts. You know, them dry cleaning. They got a stronghold on dry cleaning businesses.
Right.
You understand? They moving tons of heroin through those stores.
Right.
You understand? That's what they do. Get high. They get high and drink their sake. You see what I'm saying? And they bring it into our communities. You understand? They say in Amalek. Amalek is the so-called Jewish man. He act like he different from the so-called white man.
Right.
He act like he act like he's higher. He has a higher morale. You understand? He's in those meetings as well. Make no mistake about it. Keep going.
The Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Here it is. These are more African nations. You understand? So the Lord is telling us, man, these are your enemies, man. The Lord don't separate them according to their party, whether they red or blue, or they Democrat or Republican. A lot of them is neither. A lot of these. When was the last time you seen Japanese and Chinese people standing in an election line?
Right.
Like, when the hell do they vote? You understand? Like, when do they cast a ballot? But somehow, some way. Hey, select it for those technical difficulties, you understand? What I was saying, somehow, some way, like you have the Japanese and the Chinese, they don't vote. They not out there in them arson and on them voting booths and stuff like that. But guess what? They still get laws passed to benefit them.
Right.
They still get laws passed to benefit them. You know why? They have to be respected because they stand together for something. You understand? They not separated by Democratic or Republican Party.
Right.
You understand? That nation or that race comes first. And then anything else can, they'll deal with it. But here it is, we Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, we don't even know who our enemy is because we looking at it from the lens of the so-called white man. You understand? Whatever he get angry at, that's what we get angry at.
Right.
You understand? Like, we had the same, I tell you, you hear talking radio, you hear blacks, especially on the slavery, you hear brothers on the slavery. They talk from the same talking point as these talk shows, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, everything is broken down. It ain't the so-called white man that's getting over and doing certain things to us. It's the Republican Party or it's the Democrat Party. No, it's the so-called white man.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So this is showing us who our enemy is. What's going to happen to our enemies? Who got an idea as to, I know the officers, I know we know, but as far as the young men, what's going to happen to our enemies? What eventually happened to our enemies? You understand? Good.
I believe they're going to be judged by the Most High.
You said they're going to be judged by the Most High? Yeah, they're going to be judged by the Most High. That's the nice version.
All right.
That's the polite. I mean, good.
They're going to be put to death.
Yeah, they are going. They're going to be put to death, and they're going to have to serve out of slavery. You understand? The so-called white man is going into slavery. Slavery is still going to exist.
Right.
You understand? Let me get Obadiah 1 and verse 8, Brother Bashar. First person to get it, grab the mic and you can read it.
Obadiah 1 and 8.
Come.
Obadiah chapter 1, verse 8. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom,
The Lord say, in that day, shall I not even destroy the wise men out of Edom, out of Edom. These so-called wise Edomites or so-called wise white men, you understand, who plan war and military strategy, and they sitting in these meetings with these, and they're confederate against us, and they're plotting against us. The Lord says, shall I not in that day say of the Lord even destroy the wise men out of Edom? You understand? The Lord is going to destroy them, man. He didn't say I'm going to destroy the Democrats.
Right.
He didn't say I'm going to destroy the Republicans. He said I'm going to destroy the wise men out of Edom. Keep going.
And understanding out of the mouth of Esau.
And understanding out of the mount of Esau. You understand? I'm going to destroy all of it. You understand? They ain't going to know what hit them. Keep going.
Verse 9. And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed.
They say, and thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed. When they say O Teman, this is one of the families of Esau.
Right.
As you go through them genealogies and stuff like that, you'll see that Teman was one of the sons of Esau. You understand? The Lord say, and thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed. Keep going.
To the end that everyone of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter.
He's going to be dismayed, man, because everybody from the mount of Esau is going to be cut off by slaughter, man. The Lord is going to tag them out.
Right.
He's going to tag the Republican. He's going to tag that Democrat. He's going to tag that independent.
Right.
He's going to tag the one that say, you know what, I don't have an opinion in this. I just want to stay out the way. He's going to get touched too. You see what I'm saying? We got to realize it wasn't all of us who broke the law.
Right.
Before we got put on the slave ships to come over here in the transatlantic slave trade.
Right.
It was some of us that were still keeping the law.
Right.
The Lord deals with us as a nation. The Christian church have us thinking that the Lord deals with us on an individual basis.
Right.
Now, the Lord deals with us as a nation now. You see what I'm saying? The Lord will destroy an entire group of people that had nothing to do with nothing just because of one person.
Right.
We see that all through our scripture, man. You understand? Drop that. Let me get Isaiah 14:1, Brother Sure.
Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob.
And say the Lord is going to have mercy on Jacob. Jacob is the progenitor or the father of all these tribes that's up here behind me, man. And say the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Go ahead.
And will yet choose Israel.
And will yet choose Israel. The Most High is going to choose us. You understand? He's going to choose us, and he's going to have mercy on us. Go ahead.
And set them in their own land.
He's going to set us in our own land. Like what we reading, it's going to hurt the feelings of the so-called of the black Christian. You understand? Of the black Democrat, the black Republican, who love master. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
This is your Stephen and Django moment.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? The Lord say, read that again. And set them
in their own land.
The Lord said, I'm going to set blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. I'm going to set y'all in your own land. This is the Lord redeeming us. Did remember say the scripture said, no man shall buy you?
Right.
This is the Lord buying us again, redeeming us from this oppression. You understand?
Right.
He's going to set us in our own land. Keep going.
And the strangers shall be joined with them.
They're saying the strangers should be joined with them. Who are the strangers that this is talking about? Go ahead.
It's talking about the other nations.
It's talking about the other nations. You understand? So for everybody who, say, is the so-called white man, is he going into the kingdom? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I mean, he's going into the kingdom. Let's see how he's going into the kingdom. They say, and the strangers shall be joined with them. Go ahead.
And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
They say they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Like right now, who do we cleave to? Good.
Oppressor.
We cleave to our oppressor. You understand? We try to be just like him. We try to get close to him. We try to mimic his ways so we can be accepted by them. That's us cleaving to him.
Right.
Asking his mercy, asking his blessings upon us.
Right.
That's what these other nations are going to do to us. They're going to cleave unto us. Keep going.
Verse 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place.
It's saying the people shall take them and bring them. So it say the people is talking about who? Who's the people that this is talking about? Do it. It's saying the people shall take them.
Oh, it's talking about us.
Yeah, it's talking about us. We're going to take them. Young man, when they say they're going to take them, what does that mean? If you take something, what are you doing?
Stealing.
Not necessarily stealing, but when you take it, it's your what? If you go over here and you take some candy, that candy is now what? That's yours. That candy is now yours. So when you go out here, who's going to tell you what to do with that candy? You're going to do what you want to do with that candy, right? Here the scripture say, and the people shall take them. So we're going to take these strangers that cleave unto us. We're going to take them to our place. Go ahead.
And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids.
They say in the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. We're going to own these other nations.
Right.
They're going to come. You know how right now you got to go home and you got to divvy out chores and you got to work. You got to go to slave, man.
Right.
Guess what? It's going to come a day that you're going to have people that's going to do that for you. It's going to come a day, you understand, that, if you got a fireplace and you like that and you like burning wood, you're going to have some, you ain't got to chop no wood. They going to chop wood. When you grow crops, they going to tend to it. When you grow cotton, they going to pick it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's coming a day where we're going to possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. What is a servant and a handmaid?
I would say it's like it's a slave.
It's a slave. Damn right. Say it with your chest out. It is a slave. You see what I'm saying? The so-called white man is going into slavery. He will be a slave. The white man, the white woman, the white child.
That's right.
They are going into slavery. You see what I'm saying? Like, and cut no cards with it. You understand? You feel bad about that? You see, not you, but as a people, we feel bad about that because the spirit of Christianity is still on us. You understand?
Right.
That spirit of Christianity that tells us that we got to be equal to everybody and we got to be so pleasant. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
The Lord knows what he's talking about. If the Lord do not allow them to go into slavery, they'll run this earth again.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? The Lord say they are all going into slavery. Keep on.
And they shall take them captives.
He said, and they shall take them captives. They are going to be captives, meaning like prisoners of war.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Prisoner of war, you ain't got no right. You better put your head down and do what the hell I tell you.
Right.
Put your head down, don't say nothing. You see what I'm saying? They said, we're going to take them captives. Go ahead.
Whose captives they were.
Whose captives we were. You understand? Aren't we their captives now? Aren't we their captives now? Don't they do whatever the hell they want to do to us?
Right.
Don't ICE jump out and beat the hell out of Hispanic brothers right now?
Right.
You understand? If you from the hood, the police done pulled up on you and they did some wicked stuff already.
Right.
I remember, police jumping out and they got what they call shanks.
Yeah.
You understand? Shanks is more known in prison. You see what I'm saying? But I had a police hop out and he got a shank. And a shank is pretty much a knife or a sharp object and it's wrapped up. Got some tape around it, you see what I'm saying, for a handle. He said, listen, this police, it's black police too. He said, I can kill any one of y'all if I want to. He said, because y'all came at me with this. And he pulled it out.
Right.
He told us that. That's the day we knew we got to be careful out here.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? We are captives, man. This is what they're doing to us right now. They say whose captives we were. Like, we are captives to them. They're doing all manners of wickedness to us, and we can't do nothing about it.
Right.
If we still trying to be equals with them, the only thing we can do about it is come and serve the Lord. Start keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, and have our power fight for us. You understand?
Right.
Keep going.
And they shall rule over their oppressors.
It's saying they shall rule over their oppressors. We are going to rule over our oppressor. I know it don't feel good for the Christian. I know it don't feel good for the Democrat.
Right.
It don't feel good for the Republican. But we are going to rule the so-called white man.
Right.
We're going to rule all these nations that's been confederate against us. You understand? And we're going to rule them. I ain't gonna say the same way that they ruled us. You understand? Because we do have a decency to us. You understand? But make no mistake about it. Like Christ said, bring them before my throne. If they don't want to serve me, bring them before me and slay them.
Right.
You understand? That's what Christ said. Drop down to verse 21, Brother Sure.
Come. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 21.
And real quick, this is so important too, because here's the thing. Every time we talk about the so-called white man and we talk about the punishment and what happened to them, our mind automatically think just the men. Subconsciously, we think just the men.
Right.
We don't even consider the women and children. You know why? That Christianity is still there. You know, that Christianity of not disrespecting the woman,
Right.
being soft with them, not knowing that Esau's woman, she's just as worse as the man. You understand? Look at Emmett Till. You understand? Look at Black Wall Street. That happened because a white devil woman lied.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You got that?
Come.
Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 14, verse 21.
Go ahead.
Prepare slaughter.
It say prepare slaughter. What does slaughter mean? Hold on. Go ahead, young. When you hear the word slaughter, what does that mean? There you go. Unaliving somebody. The Lord say prepare death. Prepare death. Go ahead.
For his children.
For who?
His children.
For whose children? For whose children? Go ahead.
For the Israelites.
No. When they say prepare slaughter for his children, what children is the Lord preparing slaughter for? Go ahead.
It's for the other nations.
For the other nations, the so-called white man. The Lord say prepare slaughter, prepare death for his children. You understand? Go ahead.
For the iniquity of their fathers.
For the iniquity of their fathers. Hasn't slaughter been prepared for us?
Right.
Because of the iniquity of our fathers?
Right.
Because our fathers has not haven't done certain things according to the Lord? Haven't we taken the punishment of that?
Right.
You understand? You go before court. If your family got a name in that courtroom, you're gonna get that sentence. You see what I'm saying? The Lord said, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers. Keep going.
They that they do not rise.
That they do not rise. You understand? Like, we got finish that off real quick.
Come. Nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
The Lord say, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. You understand? The Lord is telling you, they are so crafty out. They are so crafty. What does devil mean? No. Anybody want to take a shot at for the young men? Go ahead. It means deceiver. When you hear the word devil, that means deceiver. They are so good at what they do that if the Lord do not put his foot on their neck, they will rise again.
Right.
And fill their faces fill the cities of the earth with their faces again. You understand? Because when their women cry and their children say, but I had nothing to do with that. I had nothing to do with slavery, and they got them tears. A lot of us feel bad, right?
Right.
You feel like, damn, they don't got nothing to do with it. The Lord knows they do.
Right.
You understand? And the Lord knows that they got the same spirit as their fathers. You understand? They have benefited from every crime that their fathers have committed against our people. That makes them an accessory. You understand? That makes them accessory to what happened to us. And the Lord say that they have to prepare slaughter for them. And this is what we got to understand. The Lord don't give a damn about them being Democrat, being a donkey or elephant. The Lord don't give a damn about none of it. The Lord say, this is what your father did, and you're benefiting from it. So therefore, you're going to suffer that same punishment, man. I don't care how many tears you cry. Ain't nothing like white tears.
Right.
I mean, white tears, I'm telling you, it's like it pulls at your heartstring. When I say our heartstrings, I'm talking about us as a whole. They don't pull at my heartstrings.
Right.
I don't give a damn when I see a white woman cry. I don't give a damn when I see white children cry. You see what I'm saying? All I think is they crying, but look at what they did to my people. Look at what they're doing to my people. They don't even want to hear who they are, but yet and still they'll take our kids and our children and do all type of malicious and wickedness to them.
Right.
I don't give a damn about their tears. The Lord don't give a damn about their tears. He said prepare slaughter for them. You understand? Drop that. Let me get Isaiah 51 and 22, Buck, for sure.
So Isaiah 50, slightly, so you said Isaiah 51.
Isaiah chapter 51, verse 22.
Isaiah chapter 22.
51.
Yeah, verse 22.
Verse 22.
Come on. Isaiah chapter 51, verse 22. Thus saith the Lord. Thus saith the Lord, and thy God that pleadeth the cause of his people. Behold, I have taken out of thine hand the cup of trembling, even the dregs of the cup of my fury.
It's like, no. We get up, just make sure, just check with them when they're going. All right. So I can read that from the top.
Come. Isaiah chapter 51, verse 22. Thus saith thy Lord, the Lord, and thy God that pleadeth the cause of his people.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, I have taken out of thine hand the cup of trembling.
Lord say, I have taken out of thine hand the cup of trembling. What does that mean? When the Lord say, I've taken out of thy hands the cup of trembling. Go ahead.
Is it like fear?
John.
Like taking the fear from us.
John. The Lord said, I've taken out of thy hand, because right now, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, like, you got blacks, like, we went to camp in DC one weekend when the National Guard came out. It was literally nobody outside.
Right.
When ICE was coming through, you seen no Hispanics. That's the cup of trembling. Fear. You understand? The Lord said, I'm going to take that cup away from you. Go ahead.
Come. Even the dregs of the cup of my fury.
Even the dregs of the cup of my fury. The dregs of the cup. That's the bottom. If you got some wine or something like that, it's at the very bottom, the thick part. Wow. And the residue. Yeah. The Lord said the dregs of the cup of my fury, meaning like that's actually strong.
Yeah.
You understand? So when we get punished, you know what I'm saying, and the Lord is against us, the Lord said, I'm going to take all of that away from us, from the nation of Israel. You understand? I'm going to take that fear. I'm going to take this punishment away from you. Keep going.
Thou shalt no more drink it again.
Say, thou shalt no more drink it again. That means blacks, Hispanics, we won't be scared.
Right.
We won't have to fear. You understand? We won't have to fear the punishment that's coming with us not serving our power. You understand? We won't live with that no more. Go ahead. Keep going.
Come. Verse 23. But I will put it into the hand of them that afflict thee.
And say, but I will put it into the hand of them that afflict thee. Who's afflicting us, man? Who afflicts us? Our oppressor, man. Our oppressor is the chief.
Right.
And I mean, he's the one who's afflicting us. The Lord said, I'm going to put it in his hand. Keep going.
Come. Of them that afflict thee, which have said to thy soul, bow down.
That's what they say to us. That's what they say to our soul. It's not good enough that we come and be good slaves and work on their plantations. You see what I'm saying? They need our spirit, man. You better smile when you come to work. When they ask you how your weekend was, you better say, I had a good weekend, Bob.
Right.
Everything was good.
Gosh, darn good.
You know, that's what they want from us. They say they want our soul to bow down to them.
Right.
It's not good enough for you to come in and just do your job and don't smile at every goddamn body. Mm-hmm. You got to have a good attitude. You got to be smiling. You got to be friendly. You got to be approachable. That's them wanting your soul to bow down. You understand? Keep going.
That we may go over.
Mm-hmm.
And thou hast laid thy body as the ground and as the street.
And saying, thou hast laid thy body as the ground and as the street. This is talking about how they have unalived us, man. This is talking about how they've consistently unalived us, walked over us, walked on us. Like right now, and we walk on the bones and the blood of the North American Indians.
Right.
Go ahead, Matal.
And we celebrate with our oppressor. That's how they walk all over us.
Yeah, we celebrate with us.
That's how they have us bow down.
Damn right.
What they say right there, what they may go over.
Mm-hmm.
Understand? We celebrate with, be happy about it. Understand? They want us to be happy in all the destroying that they have done to us. They want us to smile about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they walk over us.
Because what happens when you're in slavery, right? And you tell them, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. That's coming up. Hey man, why not?
All right.
What's the problem with Thanksgiving? You know, and when you tell them, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving because it signifies the unaliving, the pillaging of my people. You understand? They can't handle it. You understand? They don't like you telling them about themselves. You understand? This is a part of them taking our soul and requiring our soul to bow down to them. Because they want you to be happy on Thanksgiving.
All right.
Good. Yeah, go ahead. They want you to be happy during Thanksgiving. Put a smile on your face. You understand? Be grateful. Be thankful. You can still be in chains right now.
Right.
That's really the attitude behind it. And when you tell them, I don't celebrate that garbage, man. I don't celebrate that filthy ass holiday. When you say that to them, why not? You know, what's the problem with Thanksgiving? Do you not know the history of the holiday that you have? That you unalived the Native Americans to the tune of 77 million? Like, do you not understand that? But they require it of us. You understand? They require our soul from us. But yet and still, when 9/11 happened, they say never forget it.
Right.
Never forget that. That was a tragic moment. But as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we got to forget every atrocity that's happened to us, man.
Right.
And guess what? The Democrats and the Republicans celebrate Thanksgiving together in unison.
Right.
They are confederate with it. You understand? Any more on that?
Slap me the last thing.
All right, let me get Romans 9:13.
Come. Romans chapter 9, verse 13. As it is written.
As it is written. Go ahead.
Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
The scriptures say, Jacob have I loved. Jacob is the forefather again of the Israelites.
Right.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They say, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
Right.
You understand? They say hate is not in the Bible, man.
Right.
They say that you shouldn't hate nobody. The Christian church say you shouldn't have hate in your heart for nobody. But yet and still, here is the Most High himself saying that he loved blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and he hates the so-called white man. You understand?
Right.
We're going to understand why in a few minutes, why he hates the so-called white man. He hates him. You understand? He hates the Democrats. He hates the Republicans.
Right.
He hates the independents. He hates the ones who feel like they ain't got nothing to do with this.
Right.
He hates them all. He made no separation in the fact that he hates Esau. That's a nation of people out.
Right.
Let me get Revelation 13:9.
Come.
I got you. Revelations chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear.
The Lord said, if any man got an ear, let him hear. Meaning, if any man can understand this. Go ahead.
Verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity.
And say, he that leadeth into captivity. The so-called white man led us into captivity. Yeah? He led us into captivity. The Lord say, he that leadeth into captivity. Go ahead.
Shall go into captivity.
Shall go into captivity. The Democrat and the Republican, both of them have to go into captivity because they've led blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans into captivity.
Right.
They have to go into slavery. Yeah? Keep going.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Who kills with the sword? Huh? If you go back and you look at the history of Esau was blessed with that. He was given the blessings to have that military. That had, he was making weapons way back when.
Right.
He's always been crafty when it comes to swords and firearms and bombs. You see what I'm saying? That's stuff that if he was not here, we wouldn't have it.
Right.
We don't have a need for it. What the hell do we need something that's going to destroy an entire earth? What the hell do we need a nuclear weapon for?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, now.
It's like comes when I was real powerful. Listen, even when they come to him creating the firearm, not long how many centuries went where we were just fighting with swords and arrows.
Yeah. Or fists.
Yeah, or fists. You know what I'm saying? He created a firearm. And then
to gain an advantage.
We don't want to get dead.
Yeah.
He
want to gain an advantage because he was weaker.
Right.
You understand? Like when you're weaker, you try to gain any advantage you can. Okay, well, while he throwing hands, I'm gonna throw this sword. I'm gonna swing this sword.
Right.
Okay, now he got a sword. Now I'm gonna get a gun.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's how the so-called white man thinks, man.
Now he got missiles.
Now he got missiles. He ain't even gotta see you.
Now he got radar. He can track you from
he got heat-seeking missiles.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That way he ain't gotta get close to you. He don't even want to get touched out. Drones. They got weapons that disintegrate 50 miles above ground and unalives anything underneath of it.
They want to explode.
Yeah, you don't even hear it explode. You just drop it. You see what I'm saying?
So suck all that air out. Yeah.
Like, who the hell creates something like that out? Right. You have to be the devil.
Yeah.
To create something like that out. You see what I'm saying? He that killeth with the sword, go ahead.
Must be killed with the sword.
Must be killed with the sword. You understand? And this is what the Lord understands. This is what we don't understand. The so-called white man understands that he got to when he got to go to war. He got to go to war, and he has to have whatever it takes for him to have, to defend himself. But when it comes to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you got brothers who get arrested and they got a carry license.
Right.
They still getting arrested.
Right.
You got Hispanics, they got carrying license. They still getting arrested because these rules don't apply to us.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? It say he that killed with the sword must be killed with the sword. The Lord is going to take vengeance on them. You understand? This is what's coming for them. And they can feel it because that cup is being passed to them as we speak.
Right.
Because they are fearing and trembling right now. You understand? Go ahead and finish that off.
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
I say, here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Who are the saints?
We are.
We are. Here's the patience. That's why it is not our job to pick up arms and go and go to war and fight them with guns. And that's not what the Lord wants from us. You understand? Our fight is spiritual, not carnal. That's not saying you can't defend yourself.
Right.
But if you go out there and pick up a firearm or pick up a weapon and go in and harm one of them, you are actually wrong. You're sinning against the Lord.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? The Lord will do these things.
Right.
You Black, Hispanic, and Native American, our job is to serve the Lord, keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. That's what we should be doing. Go ahead, now.
That's right, sir. That's powerful. I remember COVID. There was a point in time when COVID first came out, Black people didn't even think they could get it.
Yeah.
They thought it was just only devils getting it.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? The Most High definitely going to take care of it.
I'm going to tell you this. I call COVID, it was like a vacation.
Come.
You know what I mean? I got time to stay home. You know what I mean? I got the best sleep I got in years. You see what I'm saying? Realize that when the Lord sends plagues to this land, you serve the Lord. You don't worry about.
Right.
You don't worry about oh damn, do I got COVID?
Right.
Right.
Listen, if you catch COVID, just deal with it.
Right.
The Lord will be with you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? They catch COVID, they better worry about it.
Right. Right.
Remember, them plagues hit all of Egypt too.
Yeah.
Israelites were affected by that too. But who did the Lord bring out of the land of Egypt? He brought Israel out of the land of Egypt.
Right.
The same way he did it then. Remember, he said he's bringing us into Egypt again. He said he's taking us into Egypt again to bondage. We in bondage right now.
Right.
We're in spiritual Egypt. So the same way he sent plagues through there, he'll send plagues through here. We got to just serve him.
Right.
We serve him. We don't give a damn about no COVID, man. We don't fear that. We fear the Lord and nothing else. You see what I'm saying? People go crazy. Oh my God, I gotta have a mask. Yada yada yada. Okay, do what you gotta do to protect yourself. But don't go around here running like a nut.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Scared. You when it's talk about trembling, you are scared you in a damn car by yourself with a mask on. You scared to breathe your own air. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't get that. I seen brothers and sisters in the car, they by themselves who got masks on. I'm like, good night. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's not what the Lord wants from us, man.
All right.
Now we're going to understand why the Lord is going to do this to them, man. Let me get Joel 3:19, brother, for sure.
Come. Joel chapter 3, verse 19. Egypt shall be desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness, for the violence against the children of Judah.
Listen, it say Egypt shall be a desolation. You understand? Ain't Egypt a desolation right now?
Right.
What the hell do somebody want to go to Egypt for?
Right.
You understand? See nothing but what they call tumbleweeds. You understand? Like Egypt,
Temple and dead.
yeah. Nobody want to go no stinking ass Egypt. You see what I'm saying? To do what? Ride a camel,
Right.
to get extorted, to get robbed from one of the criminals over there.
Right.
Who the hell wants to go to Egypt? That is a desolation. You see what I'm saying? Read that again.
Come. Joel chapter 3, verse 19. Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness.
America is going to be a desolate wilderness as well. Same way Egypt is now. You got to remember, Egypt was a superpower. Egypt was essentially what America is today. You understand? And it's like, because we don't know no better, we hear Egypt and we think, man, I want to go to Egypt. I want to see the pyramids. I want to see this. I want to see that. Then you get over there and it's nothing but, it's just pure funk when you go over there. Nobody want to go no damn Egypt. You see what I'm saying?
Dirt.
Just dirt.
Dirt.
You know what I mean? That's how America's going to be.
Right.
America's it's going to be the same way. Why though? Keep going.
And Edom shall be a desolate wilderness,
For
for the violence against the children of Judah.
that what?
Violence against the children of Judah.
They say because of their violence towards blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right?
Right.
You understand? Because they've been so violent towards blacks, Hispanics, and Native America, I'm going to make this a desolate wilderness, man. This is why the Lord is going to punish them. It ain't because of the color of their skin. You understand? It ain't because, like, that's why when people always say, y'all are just like the KKK, how? It shows your ignorance.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? This is the Lord saying, I'm going to get vengeance on them, and I'm going to do certain things to them because of their violence towards my people, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We're not doing nothing to nobody because of the color of their skin.
Right.
This is what you call judgment. You understand? And this is something that blacks, Hispanics, we don't understand as a people because we've never had it. We've never had justice, man. This is justice right here. Keep going.
Because they have shed innocent blood in their land.
Because they've shed innocent blood in their land, man. And this is what's happening. If you look at blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we're still being unalived right to this day.
Right.
You got ICE agents jumping out with shiesties on. You see what I'm saying? They jumping out of cars on Hispanic brothers and sisters and children. They got their papers right and everything. They beating them up and they still putting them in the back of cars, you feel me, and shipping them off to places. You understand?
Right. Slightly, sir. I seen a video where ICE agent was trying to grab this one of her Hispanic brothers and sisters, and the Hispanic brother had a seizure, and ICE still in the truck. He sees it, and they still grabbing him out trying to arrest him.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
I seen a one. It was a baby in the car, and they threw I don't know if it was tear gas or something like that. They threw it into the car with the baby in there.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? They don't give a damn about us. They shed innocent blood. They don't give a damn about our children. The Lord is going to take vengeance on our behalf, man. Our job is to keep these law, statutes, commandments. And if you love the so-called white man and his Democratic Party, his Republican Party, you're going to suffer that same punishment.
All right.
You see what I'm saying? You want to be one with them and you want to do the things that they do, you're going to get it too. You see what I'm saying? And there ain't nothing you can stop. You can't reason with the Lord when it comes to this.
Right.
Hey, but this was a good white man. He did give me a raise on slavery. You see what I'm saying? Lord don't give a damn about it.
Right.
The Lord is going to punish him and his children.
Right.
You understand? Drop that. Let me get Obadiah 1 and 10, brother, for sure.
Come. Obadiah chapter 1, verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
Because of your violence against blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, my people, because of your violence against them, I'm going to cut you off forever. You understand? Like, you won't even get a chance to remedy this. You can't repent from this. I mean, it ain't a situation where you can, we sit down and we talk this through. Nah, you done did so much violence to my people that I'm going to erase it and I'm going to eradicate you. You see what I'm saying? Like the so-called white man, when the Most High gets done with him, the so-called white man will be something that you see in a museum. You'll see him, you'll see a replica of him, and he'll be in a museum, and you'll teach your kids one day.
Right.
This used to run the world. This will not be seen again.
Right.
The Lord is going to completely eradicate them from the face of the earth. That's how much violence they've done to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. Think about that. Think about that. It ain't like they committed small crimes. Like the Lord knows what they're talking about. The Lord knows the meetings that they're having to destroy us. The Lord sees the unaliving that we don't see. He said, because of thy violence against thy brother Jacob, I'm going to cut you off forever. You understand? That's the fate that's coming to the so-called white man. You understand? Right. And as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we got to realize that's not our job to do. It's not our job to go out there and do those things. Our job is not to punish nobody. Our job is to come back and serve the Most High. Keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. Stop giving a damn about being a Democrat. Stop giving a damn about being a Republican and taking on their fights. You see what I'm saying? Let them fight their own war. Let them have their own civil war. Let them have their own, disagreements and squabbles and stuff like that. We're going to get blamed for it anyway. You see what I'm saying? Like Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we get blamed for everything. You see what I'm saying? We get blamed for everything because this oppressor won't take accountability for his actions, whether it's Democrat or Republican. It's always going to be our fault. The Lord sees that. We get one more. Let me get Psalms 83 and 12 on it, sure.
Psalms chapter 83, verse 12. Who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession?
I said, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession? This is what our oppressor said, man. I'm going to take the children of the Lord and I'm going to possess them. You understand? I'm going to own them. I'm going to rule them. Keep going.
Verse 13. Oh my God. Make them like the whale.
Read like the prayer.
Come.
Oh my power.
Yeah, that's what I feel. Verse 13. Oh my power. Make them like a whale, as the stubble before the wind.
I mean, this is David saying, make them like a whale, as the stubble before the wind. You understand? This is David beseeching the Lord to destroy them, man.
Right.
David could have went out there and did it. He's beseeching the Lord to destroy these nations, man. Keep going.
Come. As the fire burning for wood.
As the fire burning for wood. Go ahead.
And as the flame set up the mountains on fire.
Go ahead.
So persecute them with thy tempest and make them afraid with thy storm.
David is saying, listen, put that cup of trembling in their hands, man. Make their asses afraid. Make them respect Israel. You understand?
Right.
Keep going.
Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish.
David said, man, let them be put to shame and perish, man. Let them be put to shame and perish because of what they did to the Most High's people, man. Like, it ain't no differentiating between, what political party they standing with. The Lord, David is saying, Lord, take this nation out, man. This nation has destroyed my people.
Right.
Not the Democrat, not the Republican, both of them. Keep going.
Let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish. That men may know.
That who?
That men may know.
Listen, every nation is going to know. You understand? Every nation will know. Go ahead.
That thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth.
Everybody gonna know who Yahweh is. You understand?
Right.
Everybody's gonna know. And when you know who he is, you're gonna know who his people is.
That's right.
Play if you want to. You know what I'm saying? You better play with something safe. And with that,
that's right.
We're gonna pass the class over to Officer Ganaf for reading the security announcements. I want to say shalom. Yahweh Hashem Yabshak. Yahweh Hashem Yabshak Pathon. Yahweh Shema Allah Hashem Yabshak. All the brothers and sisters. And with that, Officer Ganaf.
These are the security announcements. We are the ISUBK out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. Rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After the 6 month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties, which is a commandment, you can find it in Numbers 18 verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3 verses 8 through 10 means 10th in Hebrew is pronounced Mayashua. 10% of every penny or any increase the Lord gives you, you give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give, up and coming holy convocation is the Feast of Hanukkah, which is December the 14th on Sunday. Make sure you come and celebrate a real high holy day. Remind Akim and Awakim to check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he has to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirts, pants, headbands, and or scarves. And with that, Minister Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher, Minister Israel Miser. Miser Shabbat. Miser Barak. Yahweh Shem Yahweh.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh.
Gaza Batak. Class dismissed.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're